Waffle House. What is this? How's that got a different thing? Is this the one? I think this is the one. Yes, this is the one. Let me tell you guys about this one. You guys have seen me mention. Oh, I got a little fresh on. So I've mentioned before. So when I worked nights, we did lane closures for this. It was a construction job that I had, but it was delivering, but we also did road closures. And they were doing work on this street. As you can see here, this old photo. Uh, we did lane closures for these people when they were doing this with this road construction. So I was involved with doing lane closures and stuff for this. Oh shit! It used to be an Arby's. Fucking a. It was an Arby's and then it turned into a Waffle House. How about that? So this Waffle House is in what the hell is this area called? It's in the same. It's the fuck is this area called? Um, Seminole. This area is called Seminole. It's in Pinellas County. Um, for St. Pete is down here. This Waffle House is up here. Everybody, if you hear about Madeira Beach, this is like a really bougie, expensive area. Dude, Aspen, holy shit, man, you might be onto something there. You know how they have truck stops with the combination Popeyes Arby's? There's a truck stop with a combination Popeyes Arby's. Or you got KFC and A&W. Dude, can you imagine a Waffle House with a fucking Arby's? So this Waffle House here, this is the one that I've said. I went here working nights because we did it lane closures for that street for that construction company for like it was like a couple of days, and I have to go set it up and stuff like that. So I would come here because it was convenient. And there was one that they wanted us to sit on the lane closure because they would have to move it. You'd have to shift it, and then so we had to stay there on site. So I went to this Waffle House that night while they were doing their job, and then they would call us to say, "Hey, I need the lane moved." So we'd have to get out and move the lane closure, and so we had to sit there. So this is the one that I mentioned where there was a older woman that worked here, really nice. And one day I went in there. I was kind of a pseudo regular because we there was a time when we were here like every week we were here on this Starkey Road job. And I went in there one night and I was like, "Hey, what happened with so and so? I haven't seen her the last couple of times." And the lady that was working the counter, this is late at night. There was nobody else in there, right? So she could tell me about it. So she tells me, she says, "Oh, she passed away." I was like, "What?" She said, "Yeah, it's." She goes, "One night she was working and she took a break, went to the ladies' room, and she had a heart attack in the ladies' room at this Waffle House." My my heart broke, man, because what I can't even tell you. Like, let's say I'm working. Like, dude, when she told me this, I looked at her and I said, "You're dead serious." She said, "Yeah." And the only reason they found out about it because the guy, the cook that was there that night hadn't seen her in a while, and I think there was another person. It's been so they went and had to unlock the door, and they found her on the floor in the restroom, dead, stone, just dead. She had had a heart attack. Oh my god, dude. I was like, I was shook. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding. I was like, wow. I've taken that. It's been 10 years since I've been to this Waffle House, probably. And I still think about it every time I think about Waffle House. I'm like, ah, this the saddest thing. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine having a night shift job as a waiter, waitress at a Waffle House, and then not feeling so great, going to the restroom, and then just dropping dead of a heart attack? Can you imagine that? Because I certainly can't. That has to be, you know how they have those videos like worst ways to die? I'm not saying that's the worst way to die, but that's the worst place to die. One of the worst places to die. And I don't know if somebody else can come up with a worse place to die. I mean, let's say you're on the job. I mean, maybe if you shoveled horse manure and were trampled by horses and killed in like being trampled by horses being killed, being trampled in horse manure. Okay, maybe that beats this one, but damn, I was shook, man. That had me shook. I was sad. I was upset. I was like, I damn, yeah, it was crazy. It was something else. This is that Waffle House that happened at. This is that Waffle House that it happened at. It's yeah, that's that one. It's been over 10 years, so if you guys call them and ask them or something, people that work there probably may not even know what the hell you're talking about by now. That one shook me. All right, there was another wall. I thought there was another one like, oh, here it is. Here it is. So again, because I have that night job, we did a job over here delivering. They were doing some utility work over here on Gulf Boulevard. Oh yeah, Aspen, that's crazy too. This Waffle House I've been to. Yeah, this is kind of a touristy Waffle House. They were doing some road work. They were doing some utility replacements, so we had to do road closures. And I went here because again, late at night. I love Waffle House late at night. Going during the day hits differently. This one is a nicer one. It is a nicer one. This is one of those nicer ones. I hope the stream is interesting. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and it's like, you know, I'm not exactly like one of those hyper streamer people. Um, Treasure Island, yeah. This is Treasure Island. It's a touristy one. Nighttime is good. I've only been here once, and that was because we had the job where they were doing um, utility work. They were doing utility work over here, I think, somewhere, if I remember right. Now this is the area, and I know I keep going back. I'm like all over the place. I'm like, yeah, I can't pick a lane. I need to pick a lane. So the last time when the Tampa Bay area, this is what this area they call the Tampa Bay area. They had a really bad hurricane in the 1920s. That hurricane carved all this out. It was so strong that it carved most of this out. This did not. This was land. This has turned it into a bay. Oh look, an IHOP! Yay, fuck IHOP. Um, I've been to this Waffle House as well. This is another one. It's on Treasure Island, St. Pete Beach. The St. Pete Beach Waffle House. I've been to this one because you know they had another utility. They had that utility project was pretty large that they were doing. They were doing some of it up there by that Waffle House, and then they were doing some of it down here too. I think, yeah, Blind Pass Road. They did a lot of Blind Pass Road. They did a lot of utility work there as well. You can see where they got the cuts and everything. They were doing a lot of work there. I had to do some road closures there. This Waffle House is pretty good. middle of the night again, nighttime because it's when I hit Waffle House. It's a newer, I think it's a newer one. It's different. It was a little busier than normal because of the area because it's on Treasure Island or St. Pete Beach. I mean, the other one was Treasure Island. This one was pretty good. I like that one. It's by Shells, which Shells is a good seafood restaurant. Then I thought there was another. Oh yeah, there it is. Is this the one? I've been to the one on 54th Avenue, Cracker Barrel. I probably have. I've been to a lot of them. I'll tell you guys. Oh look, you got like a beat up sign. I don't really remember that one though. It's by a racetrack. I must have been to it. I just don't remember. It's not ringing a bell for some reason. There's, okay, now we're down to the southern ones. These are interesting. Is this 60? This is 301. Where's the other one? Oh, there was one over here. No, there it is. Okay. So this is like a Bradenton area. This is like the Bradenton area. This one on 301 is good. It's by a truck stop again. The ones by the truck stops are interesting. This one was strange because I've been here a couple of times. It's on 301, right off I-75 in Bradenton, Ellington. They call it Ellington. It's a good one. I recommend this one. Late at night makes it more interesting because you have the truck stop here. Hi, Tim. Reviews. Let's see reviews. What do we got for reviews? Very clean and busy. Oh yeah, it's busy. That's for damn sure. Best Waffle House ever. I disagree. It's a lie. Well, maybe your best one. Quiet, easy to talk. You must have gone in the middle of the night, baby. Because ain't no fucking way in hell. All right. So you go south of that Waffle House, you cross the Manatee River, and you're continuing on I-75. This is Highway 64. This Waffle House, I again like I said, they're not bad. The only one I ever went to closed down because of a road widening project or something. There was one in Wildwood, and that's pretty much the only one I've ever been to. They're not bad. I think their food is not as good as Waffle House. It's Waffle House has. I can't remember what I had there. It was breakfast, but I don't think it was as good as Waffle House. Or maybe it could have been the Huddle House. Maybe it could have been the place itself. It could have been that restaurant because there are some good Waffle Houses and some bad ones. Oh shit, they put one next to it. Oh damn. Now there used to be a Huddle House in a town called Wildwood, and when they built a overpass over the railroad tracks because I guess the trains, yeah, there was a the length of the trains was becoming problematic with that road, so they built an overpass. That overpass then essentially bypassed the entrance to that Huddle House, and you had to go down to the intersection and then turn to the right to go into a parking lot. It was just convoluted how to get into that Huddle House, and it closed not long after they finished that overpass project. This Waffle House is another one that's next to a McDonald's. This one is was very interesting last time I was there. I say it was interesting